Good morning everyone, it's Sheila back again. And today is a lovely day. You can hear the little dog next door yapping. Saying it's a lovely day, the sun's shining, the birds are singing. And I'm sitting on my top patio. I actually have 4 patios altogether in my garden. But I might get a little bit of work done today, because all that rain we've had has made the very bottom part of my garden, the last bit I haven't dug over yet, with a lot of weeds in it. So this rain and that will have softened the soil, because I did try a little bit before the rain started and it was rock hard like cement. So hopefully the rain softened the soil and I can start digging that bit over, because that's the only part that's left that's untidy in my garden now. And I am knitting. I'm doing the 22-inch size on the double moss stitch. And when I get that done, I'll be able to do the PDF and then make the pattern up for this cardigan. And what I'm using today is Oldie So Crafty. I did have the full pack of 4 balls, but I only got 2 balls left because I gave a couple to my granddaughter for her Harry Styles cardigan that she's going to make. I gave her it weeks ago. I don't think she's done the first square yet. So I had 2 balls left, and I know 2's enough to do a 22-inch. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to do a little bit of this knitting before I start on other things, because I'm halfway through the second blanket that I was doing. As soon as I finish that, I'll have another PDF sorted and make another pattern, the pattern for the 3 baby blankets. And I'm on a little bit of a rant this morning too. I did a video Friday, I think it was, where I called it Too Hot for Knitting. And that video was done, some of it was done, just a few minutes was done outside in my garden where I was working. But as it got too hot, I went inside, so the rest of the video was done inside. But there was a couple of minutes that I was outside. There was a party going on, my neighbours next door, and a lot of loud music. Now, on the video I didn't hear it. Somebody else made a comment about Irene Cora's song from Flashdance. I can't remember what the song was called, but anyway, I never even heard it. But when I put that video, I checked the other day and I have a copyright claim on it for the people who that song belongs to. I suppose the composers, the writers, the singers, and don't know what happens to Irene Cora's, because she died not long ago. But anyway, that copyright, you see, it's not a full copyright, it's a sharing copyright. So anybody, anything to do with that song, some of my revenue that I get off it is going to them. It's called sharing the revenue. Well, I was annoyed about that. So I did a little bit googling, and I've got spiders crawling on my t-shirt. I did a little bit googling, and according to what I've read and quite a few comments that's happened to the same people, that revenue sharing, they get nothing out of it. It all goes to anybody to do with the copyright. Now I checked on YouTube, and I could alter that video, which I have done, and I've cut out there's around about 2 minutes of the song. I've cut it out of the video, and it said it would take a few hours for it to, for it to go through YouTube's motions and all the rest of it, and then it should be my video alone. There won't be any sharing with anybody else, because I've cut that song out of the video. And it did take me a lot if I had to put earphones in and turn them up as loud as possible just to hear it. Could be my hearing, but somebody else did mention in a comment the song, so others could hear it. And it said it would take a few hours for it to come out. And I have checked, it's probably almost 24 hours now, and it's still got a copyright on it. So I'll leave it a little bit longer, and if it doesn't come off, I'm going to delete that video altogether, and I'm going to edit it. I still have the video myself in my computer. Edit out the music part and put it up again as an update, as a re-upload. So when I do that, I hope everybody that's already watched it will watch it again and get me the revenue that I've lost on it. Because I do make quite a bit of revenue on my videos, and I know I've probably lost everything I could have made on that video through that song, which really annoys me. But anyway, I'm hoping today stays as nice as it is now, but we were forecast for rain today, and there was supposed to be thunderstorms, because on my phone it had the the little cloud with the flash of lightning on and the rain and everything, but when I checked this morning it had gone. We were getting sunny spells with just possible shower. So I hope that's all we're going to get. But if it does start raining, I'll just be in my house, inside my house, knitting again. At least the rain kept off last night for, I think I did post a few of my patterns, and actually a parcel as well. Went to the one of my customers, Amanda. It's on its way to you now. I did post that yesterday, but I went in my car. I did not walk. The rain was just coming down in torrents. But it did dry up later on, so I could walk up to the post box on my estate instead of having to swim up there. So I only had one to post last night. The other ones were posted in the afternoon when I went with the post office with the parcel. So my patterns are doing well, and I'm glad that everybody likes them and are willing to pay £2.50 for a pattern, which I think is not bad, because a lot of people I've noticed on YouTube charge a lot more than that. On Etsy too, I've been selling them on Etsy as well. They're starting to get noticed on there. So hopefully I'll get as many patterns made as I can. But a lot of things I do make for the patterns I have to knit myself, and to make it all my pattern. I don't want to put photographs of things, from other patterns and that. I want it all to be more my own. That is why I have to knit things and wait until I've finished them so I can photograph them to put them on the picture on the pattern. So that's just a little bit today from a lovely sunny morning. While I was just sitting here knitting, I'm going to sit and knit for a little while. This is on my top patio in my garden, and I do have to follow the sun around my garden because it slowly goes down from this patio down my garden, and that's when I go I have a small patio in the far corner, that's when I end up down there. I'd be prefer it if the sun shone the opposite way around onto the top patio all the time, but it doesn't. It goes around to the front, into my front garden later on. Oh, and I forgot. So a little boy lives next door called Jensen. He come knocking at my door the other night and he asked me, he said, "You know you have YouTube?" I says, "Yes, I've got YouTube." And I says, "Do you mean watching YouTube on the television?" He says, "No, you do YouTube." I says, "You mean my YouTube channel?" He says, "Yes." He says, "You teach people how to knit." I says, "I show people, you know, how to do things, how to cast on, how to do different stitches and things like that." I says, "It's more or less them teaching themselves from my videos." And he said, "Well, I want to learn to knit." This is, I'm not sure, I think he might be 9 years old now. I'm not absolutely certain. But I thought that was lovely as a little boy wanting to learn how to knit. So he said, "What are your channels called?" So I told him, I says, "Sheila's knitting tips and other stuff. And I have a second channel called Sheila's Just Knitting." And he was looking at me like, I said, "Well, I'll write them down for you." So I got a pad and I wrote them down, and away he went with for you to check on the videos. I hope he finds the videos. I'll have to have a chat and see whether he's found them and managed anything. See whether he's got plenty wool and plenty needles, because I can give him some if he hasn't. But I think that was lovely, a little boy wanting to learn how to knit. And I had 3 sons and I taught them all how to knit. So it's not just, knitting is not just a woman's thing. There's plenty men like to do it too. My husband could knit. He learnt when he was quite young, and I actually knit himself a cardigan one time with some of my wool. Wasn't the greatest, but he wore it till it fell to bits. But anyway, that's my bit for today, so thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.